I hope you are all settled in and ready for a great lunch. If not, please find a seat so we can begin. Lunch today is sponsored by none other than the Florida High-Tech Corridor, a long-term partner and collaborator with the National Academy of Inventors. We are pleased to announce that in partnership with the Food Bank of Eastern and Central North Carolina, the NAI and the Florida High-Tech Corridor have contributed to the Share Your Meal program, which donates meals directly to those in need. The Raleigh Convention Center, Sodexo, and the Performing Arts Complex will match 100% of our contributions to double the number of meals being donated. That's something worth giving a cheer. It is. I got your attention, didn't I? Sorry, it was a little cruel. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our lunchtime panel, which will be led by Paul Sohl, who is an honorable National Academy of Inventions member and the Chief Executive Officer of the Florida High-Tech Corridor. Paul is a retired Rear Admiral and a huge supporter of the NAI. I welcome Paul to the stage to introduce his panel.
So as most people know, I'm going to go off script immediately because we're going to have the gang come on up here to save time. Welcome, and for those that are here, just a super morning. I'm excited to be able to get this afternoon panel kicked off. When I was packing up, just real fast, when I was packing up on Saturday to come here, my two daughters who were home from college said, "Dad, where are you going? It's Father's Day tomorrow." And I said, "Well, I'm going to this really important thing, the NAI, and there are lots of cool people, and I get to hang out with them for a couple of days." And they said, "Yeah, but what do you do?" And so as I look at that sign, I go, well, I buy lunch for a few of my friends, close friends, and that'll be it. So thank you for coming to this lunch. I want to highlight a little bit about the Chapters of Excellence. And in fact, next year what we're going to do is it's going to be called the Chapters of Energy, because what you're seeing right here are the next set of chapters of energy that are doing things in the NAI framework for our young inventors and for the inventors at the chapters. When Paul and I were talking a couple of years ago, one of the things we highlighted was, hey, where does the energy really sit in the NAI? I believe to the very core of my being that the energy sits with you and your chapters. That's where the engagement happens. That's where we want the engagement to happen. That's where good ideas come back here and you can share with them. We had new chapters announced this morning. It was fantastic. And that's the kind of growth that we want to keep continuing. You see finalists up here. There will be an announcement after they get done about who wins. These chapters have applied and shown that they have the energy and the growth to be chapters of energy, chapters of excellence. Let me introduce Laura real fast because then she's got to get going. So Laura Peter, who I got a chance to meet a couple of weeks ago, IP attorney of over 30 years, former USPTO deputy director, is now the very brand new executive director for research, commercialization, and development at UNC Charlotte, which is, by the way, a new chapter. So thank you for that piece as well. She's going to have the panel. They're going to talk about the things that make their chapters what they are. And with that, please help me welcome Laura and the panel.
Thank you so much. We hope to make this very interactive and fun as you dine. My name is Laura Peter. Again, I am the head executive director at UNC Charlotte. I'm brand new. I'm 2 months in. I have just launched the chapter at University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and we're becoming an R1 university this coming year, and we're intending to expand the National Academy of Inventors program at the university. I am delighted to be moderating this panel with these amazing anchors of the National Academy across the country, because I need to learn really quickly how to start our own chapter and get it up to the level of these great individuals. So with that, I will turn it over to Sherri to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sherri McFarland, and I'm a professor at the University of Texas at Arlington in the Chemistry and Biochemistry department. I am also an inventor, so I have founded a startup company that has a dental product in the marketplace, and I've also invented a drug that's in clinical trials for treating bladder cancer. But my role here today is as our University of Texas at Arlington NAI president. Previously, I've served as vice president as well as treasurer. And I'm hoping to convince you that we are indeed a chapter of energy and worthy of being a finalist. So we are part of the University of Texas system. There are 14 health and academic institutions. So our chapter is very proud that being one of 14, we contribute over a third of the fellows and senior members of the entire UT system. And currently, we have 22 fellows and 13 senior members. Our core mission, we try very hard to support academics at all stages of their careers and in all of their endeavors, from idea to concept all the way to the marketplace. And we hope that we can help academic inventors find the resources they need to translate their ideas and continue to innovate. And we organize ourselves with an executive council of 7 members. We have a president, a past president, a VP, a treasurer, a secretary. We have a coordinator for marketing, communication, and outreach, and we also have a coordinator for our live stream webinars and distinguished lectureship series. We have institutional support, so we are primarily supported by our Office of the Vice President of Research and Innovation at UTA, and Dr. Kate Miller should be here as well to show that support.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I'm going to move to Subhra and ask her to introduce herself.
Yes, I'm Subhra Mohapatra, happy to be here. And I'm from University of South Florida. I'm a professor in the Department of Molecular Medicine at the Morsani College of Medicine. And, can you hear me? No? Okay, I can try my best. I'm a professor in the Department of Molecular Medicine at the Morsani College of Medicine, and I also direct a PhD program at the Morsani College of Medicine. I'm an inventor, and I have gone through this process from creating a startup to become an entrepreneur and commercializing my inventions. So I'm proud to represent our chapter, and we have the largest chapter in the US, and we have more than 650 members. That includes 615 NAI members, 38 NAI fellows, more than 33 NAI senior members, and some of these members have made us proud to be part of our Florida Inventors Hall of Fame. And we have, I'm here to explain you that we have made contributions not only to our local community, USF community, Tampa Bay community. Our chapter has made us proud as a global partner, as well as making societal impacts. And I will, during the Q&A sessions, I will describe in more details.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Cameron.
I'm Cameron Smith, Assistant Vice President for Research Commercialization for Texas Tech University, and I'm here representing the Office of Research Commercialization, which manages the NAI chapter out in Lubbock, Texas. And really kind of the passion of our chapter is supporting our faculty inventors. I mean, a lot of the accolades that come with their successes don't get celebrated enough, and what our chapter really strives to do is to celebrate those wins, those successes, those commercialization achievements. We've been very active in the broader NAI for almost a decade now, and we have 10 representatives from across Texas Tech University system joining us today. Our chapter has over 150 members. We do everything from sponsoring student showcases, to having an annual inventor celebration event, to sponsoring different panels and bringing in experts to talk about hot areas of IP to the Lubbock community and to our inventor community.
Thank you. Zhao.
Hi, my name is Zhao. I'm a professor of radiology and vice chair of research. So I'm really honored here to represent our chapter, the Stony Brook University chapter. It was actually established in 2015. And one of the founders, Dr. Yuval Ujima, has been serving as the president of our chapter. We have about 120 members, and 16 of us are fellows of NAI. So our chapter, the main mission is to recognize and encourage invention from academic faculty, students, and all the researchers in the community. And also, we have two major events. One is the annual meeting, which we recognize and celebrate new members and their inventions. And also, particularly, we have a Young Academic Inventor Award that we give out to young inventors who, many of whom were actually trained in the university to kind of carry out the culture of invention. And we also organize multiple workshops and panels to focus the topics on how to increase invention and how to increase the impact, the economical as well as societal impact of our academic inventions.
Well, Wei, let me follow up on that. It seems to me that one of the wonderful things about the National Academy of Inventors is how it honors inventors and celebrates inventors. And you were just speaking about events at your chapter level that honor inventors within the community. One of my questions as a new supporter of the chapter at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte is how do you get the faculty to engage and stay involved in the process?
Yeah, so mainly we have, the main function of the chapter is actually to recognize. So each time a patent was issued, then the announcement goes to all the leaderships at different levels of the university. And so I myself, as an inventor, I meet with people or leaders in the hallway, and then they would know about my new invention. And so the major event each year for our chapter was the annual meeting where we induct new members into the chapter, and then we give out plaques for new inventions that were made in the year and to each inventor.
So the faculty stay engaged, is this correct? Because they get the honor and they get recognized for their work?
That's correct.
Cameron, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're very similar. We have an annual inventor celebration event. You know, we award plaques and engaging inventors, you know, at every stage of their careers or their invention journey is something we really strive to do and keep them engaged. So similarly, I mean, we have Emerging Inventor of the Year given to junior faculty that have worked with the Commercialization Office. We even take it further and involve our industry partners. We'll do Deal of the Year. We'll do Most Disruptive Technology of the Year. And so, yeah, engaging inventors kind of at every stage of the journey from when they first start working in this commercialization engine all the way until, you know, we're having extensive partnerships with industry, and those partnerships are growing. We recognize that too as well. So getting them engaged early on, but also keeping inventors engaged and celebrating each kind of milestone they hit throughout that commercialization journey is something we really aim to do with our NAI chapter.
So celebration, I think, is really important. What I was going to follow up and ask is, you know, doing all of this organization takes a lot of work. who is doing the work? Is it the tech transfer office that's really supporting that, or is it actually the chapter? So, Subhra?
Well, I think it's both. The chapter does play a key role in fostering and educating our faculties, our undergrads and graduate students. I want to add one thing, that in addition to recognizing them as a part of the NAI members, when our faculty or student get a patent, their name is imprinted on a brick, and I should thank Paul Sandberg and his family donating money to create an inventor's pathway where all the bricks have been put in and we are immortalized forever on campus. So that's the best thing has happened. In addition, we recognize faculty that have created new technology as well as done commercialization and moving technology from bench to marketplace. And we recognize them annually with an Excellence in Innovation Award in our university. So, and I have been the judge for that panel for several years, and I'm happy that that has fostered, that has encouraged faculties and students to be part of this process. And I like to thank our administrators, our technology transfer office, who are actively helping us in this process.
Brilliant. And Sherri, how does it work on your campus? Are you engaging innovators and potential innovators at all levels, or are you really focused on the researchers?
We are engaging innovators at all levels. I would say that we have programs in place similar to what you've already heard from the panel, but we also have sort of a grassroots approach where we go into the classroom. So our members often teach classes at the undergraduate and graduate level.
As guest lecturers?
Not only guest lecturers, but scaffolding inventorship into the curriculum. So having students actually generate, I don't want to say fake IP, but coming up with a product concept, figuring out a business plan, coming up with a company name, a product name, and a 5-year budget, and a 5-minute pitch. And so this is a way we can get student affiliates interested in our NAI chapter.
Excellent, excellent. Cameron, I saw you nodding at that.
Yeah, so the outreach is big with our NAI chapter as well. I mean, going out, hosting workshops, hosting panels, that's a significant part of it. So I mean, it's the entire university ecosystem that we're trying to serve and pull into our NAI chapter.
And Wei, I'd ask you, do you get a lot of support from the upper administration?
Yes, so our chapter works very closely with the Intellectual Property and Products, the IPP office, as well as the Associate VP for Technology Development. So every NAI meeting, we would have them presenting at the beginning, including the president of the university. And so it's mainly to recognize the importance of the role that our chapter is serving and to promote innovation and patents within the university, and also technology transfer.
And Subhra, does the Vice Chancellor of Research come to your meetings at all, or the president of the university, or?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that question. Our chapter has 48 honorary members that include our USF president. So they recognize the importance of innovation and entrepreneurship culture. And yes, we have an executive committee of 15 members, but they don't come to us, but they are always behind us. They provide seed funding to develop our technology further, and we have incubators. So that homes to 70 companies in the Tampa Bay area, and that provides opportunity for students. We have more than 50,000 undergraduates and over 10,000 graduate students on campus. So they find home in these companies. They learn about how to do innovation, entrepreneurship. So that has helped us a lot in terms of promoting and developing this culture on our campus.
Well, it sounds, yes, of course.
And one thing I want to add, the vice presidents of research being involved, but involving the bigger community too. So there was a great panel this morning that really got granular with, patent costs. So we all have these teams of patent attorneys. Guess what? They love to sponsor things like this. So if you can go to the vice presidents of research and say, hey, we've got sponsorship secured. We basically want to throw a party for our inventors, get them in the same room with our patent attorneys, that sometimes they've never met. Sometimes they just know them via email. So really building that community and kind of going back to your point on engagement as well. I think it's important to involve all these different stakeholders, and the NAI chapter is a very good mechanism for doing that.
That's one thing I learned very early on is bring food and they will come. So it sounds to me like this is the right set of people to be nominated for the Chapter of Excellence Award, because you all have really built out the program and created a community of innovation at each of your universities. So I will congratulate each of you for being finalists. And I think at this point I am to turn it over to the special award.
So we've come to the conclusion of this remarkable panel. Please join me in thanking moderator Laura Peter and all of our guests here today. As we know, the NAI chapters are really the lifeblood of the organization. This is where the communication, the collaboration, the opportunity to grow and empower new and young inventors, mentorship happens. And we are now also at the unique part in our conversation and in our program where we are going to recognize the NAI Chapter of Excellence Award.
Well, the plaque is coming. But I do know who the winner is. And all of you are winners, that's for sure. It's amazing. It's amazing to see also how much effort is put into these chapters at these universities, especially for the faculty. Without it, a lot of universities, a lot of the faculty don't really know the first thing to do many times. We're not trained in that. I think I went through full professor before I knew what a patent was. So I will tell you who the winner is, and hopefully we'll have the plaque and we'll feature. Oh, here it comes. So, Chapter of Excellence Award for going above and beyond in promoting the mission of the National Academy of Inventors for this year is Stony Brook University. So, congratulations. How about taking one picture of everybody? Yes. Come on in.
Congratulations again to Stony Brook University and to all of our chapters for being the home on campus where our inventors truly thrive. I would encourage you all to conclude your lunches because we are on a very tight schedule and we'll be adjourning back to the conference ballroom to get started at 1 o'clock. So you have a few minutes to finalize your lunch, your coffee, and then we look forward to seeing you back in Ballroom C.